We have been listening to local government petitions. I think I told you we had received over 200. Today, as we talk now, we have received, I think, over 50 parliamentary petitions. Some are already lined up today. We are going to hear about 19 or 20 petitions today. The petitioners and the people being petitioned against are already here. We are going to start those hearing those petitions, because for us, time is not on our side. We have to start printing ballot papers, but we cannot print ballot papers after we have determined who is going to be on the ballot paper and who is not going to be there. So we are going to hear those petitions right now.
Holding processions and the number.
The police did not want to name them because, as I said, for now we are trying to create harmony. But from now, if any candidate does not comply with the law, one, we shall name them and call them out in public. Two, we may ask the police to apply the law, because the law is very clear. If any candidate campaigns outside the framework of the law, he or she commits an offense, and we are not going to allow that. If any candidate uses any language that is inciting, that is sectarian, that disrupts the common good and the common peace, then that candidate should be called to order. But we are now saying, please, going forward, let the agents caution their candidates to follow the law, to follow the guidelines, and act in a civil manner. Processions are not allowed. Processions are not allowed. The other thing that some of the agents complained about was the law appearing to be applied in a discriminatory manner. And the police have been advised that, look, the law governing elections cuts across the board. Everybody is subject to the law, be it who or who. Thank you very much. Ngobokwemulugunya okuwava mu kusunsulwa kw'abo bagenda kwesimbawo mu kifo ky'aba member of parliament. Wala abantu bangi beemulugunya bagamba nti gundi tiyandibadde asunsulwamu. Ekyo kimu. Ate waliwo n'abagamba nti gundi yasunsulwa talina ebisaanyizo ebimukkiriza okubeera ku ballot paper. Kati ze ensonga tugenda kuwuliza, ndowooza mubalabye batulinze awo mu tenti yaffe, tugenda kuwuliza ensonga ezo tusalemu ani agenda kubeera ku ballot, ani ataabeerewo.
Routine engagement between agents of presidential candidates, Electoral Commission and Uganda Police Force. These meetings are aimed at harmonizing to make sure that any emerging issues on the campaign trail are resolved, and that we don't have unnecessary friction. The meeting went well. We had a number of concerns, especially relating to the unfair enforcement of electoral laws by the Uganda Police Force, where it, in many cases, acts in a manner that is intended to disadvantage us and give advantage to NRM. And there has been, and it has been discussed, and we have agreed on a number of things that are going to be done as way forward. Yeah.
One of them? What you agreed on?
One of them is engagement, continuous engagement between the parties, the Electoral Commission, and Uganda Police Force, so that when there are any emerging issues, they are addressed before they escalate into a conflict.
My name is Bichwa Rogers, official agent of candidate Mugisha Muntu. Yeah, today we had a continuation of what we have been having of the meetings with the Electoral Commission and the security agencies. Yeah, I will go direct to the way forward. We have said that, one, the Electoral Commission, we should have a swift response in regard to what we are communicating amongst us. That we normally communicate to Electoral Commission and then they take long to respond. And yet we need that quick response so that we can go forward. Then the other thing is on the time, campaign beyond beyond 6 p.m. So we have requested them that they should consider, one, the poor road conditions that we have. They hinder, these presidential candidates to.
But you see, when people make such accusations, some of them you want to ignore them, because you assume the person making such an accusation is intelligent, But it looks like some people are not intelligent. Because the president candidate Museveni, by virtue of being a president, in many cases he moves in a helicopter from venue to venue. So have you seen, you people in the press, have you seen the processions in the air? Have you seen any? Two, by virtue of security, it's so nobody is allowed to join a presidential convoy. You have seen it here in Kampala and everywhere. So have you seen a presidential convoy being joined by a procession? That's so true. So, but some people, when they talk like that, we just ignore them. They should be simply ignored. Otherwise, I don't see any seriousness in them.
Then the issue of RDCs engaging in politics.
Well, RDCs, I've heard even in the meeting, there was a complaint that some RDCs have been blocking candidates, other candidates from holding either rallies or in the districts. If that's true, then that's wrong. Because as an RDC, everybody knows there are campaigns around the country. So why would an RDC stop a presidential candidate from holding a campaign meeting unless if that person is not following the guidelines?
Mu meeting yaffe eyokubiri ne agents ba candidates kulaba nti tukolera wamu nga security kulaba nti zino campaigns zigenda maaso naye side yaffe ya security tukyayinamu ensonga ezilowooza nti ba agents bagende boogere ne candidates baabwe ekisooka kubeera ne campaigns mu makati ga amatown and other business centers, illegal processions, olusi batiisatiisa n'abasirikale baffe nga tubadeployinze juzi mwakalaba ebyabaderira, so tubadde tubabuulira nti ekyo tujja kukikiriza ate buli omu agezaako okulaba nti atawaanya security nga tukola emirimu gyaffe naffe tujja kuvaayo tubakwate.